Hey guys, what's up? My name is Anthony, and welcome to another edition of BnA Sports Talk. Now, March Madness is upon us, but this year I'm not too into it, mainly because I have an exam later this week, and I have a lot of other assignments and research papers I need to start working on, and a lot of other stuff to do. I tried to get my Eagles video out yesterday, but it didn't quite work out. I still have like 2 or 3 hours left of work in that video. I still need to record the script and I still need to edit it, so that's another 2-3 hours. But anyway, so let's talk about my March Madness predictions briefly. Now, you're not going to win basically with the round of 64 and the round of 32, and I mean, you might win with the Sweet 16, but if you can get 3 out of the 4 final 4, you're good. Now, nobody expected Loyola Chicago to upset last year. Last year, my bracket was awful. I won the first 10 games. I literally won the first 10 games in my bracket, and I wasn't even close. By the end, I only had like 400 points, which sucks. If you win the whole first round and don't win a single other game, you only get 640 points because it's 10 per game. Is that right? Yeah, whatever. So, it all depends on what you get for the Final Four, because that's where the real points are. And if you can get the winner, you win your bracket. So what I have is Kentucky versus Tennessee, and then Duke versus Buffalo. Now, Buffalo is my sleeper pick. Why is it my sleeper pick? Because you have to pick at least one sleeper pick. That's the golden rule. Last year's Loyola Chicago and Nevada. There were Kansas State. There's so many teams. But this year, my sleeper pick is either Buffalo or Florida State. Either one of those, I'm putting in the Final Four. Duke, you might as well just mail it in that they're going to go to the finals. Even though they don't have great shooting and experience, whatever, they have 3 out of the top 4 prospects in college. I think they're going to ramrod through everybody and make it to the finals. And Kentucky, I bet $5 on them, and I get $80 if they win. So I might as well bet them. It's either I think Kentucky or UNC is going to win the entire thing. But I had to pick over Kentucky versus UNC at some point, and I picked Kentucky because I have money. Okay, let's move on to the next topic, which is Ben Roethlisberger basically tried to sabotage the team because he didn't like a play call. When was the last time you heard Eli Manning do something like that? When was the last time you even heard a guy that's competitive as Phillip Rivers do that? You never hear them do that. Do you know why? Because they want to do whatever it takes for their team to win. They don't think that they are smarter than anyone else. They don't think that they're better than everyone else. They play the game as if, hey, we're gonna do the best. What's best for us to win. And when I'm not gonna complain about things that are beyond my control. Just run the ball. How hard is it? It's not like, I was sticking up for my teammates. I didn't want them to get injured. I thought this and that. Eli Manning, Phillip Rivers. I'm only comparing them because they're in the same draft. All these other players, they don't think they're above anybody. Even though they're really fierce competitors, they don't believe that, hey, I know what's best for us. I know this, I know that. No, they try to learn from their superiors. This shows the lack of trust with Ben Roethlisberger and their coaching, especially Todd Haley. I don't think he really liked Todd Haley at the time. And I don't agree with everyone saying, you have to play football 100%, all the plays, different things like that. Because it was at the end of the game, it was 10 points. What if the lineman went left and let the quarterback get hit because they didn't like the player, didn't like the quarterback? That's different. I think just fumbling the ball, you're not really risking any injuries unless you threw the ball to the running back in a way so he would get hit. Then that's different. I understand it was towards the end of the game, but still, this just highlights what kind of character Ben Roethlisberger is. He's a Hall of Famer, yes, but he's not always the best for the team. His talent has superseded his locker room play style, and now it's all collapsing. And now he sees, hey, I need to be a good teammate, and there's a lot of pressure on him this year. So let's move on to the next story. Dave Gettleman is apparently not drafting a quarterback this year. I was kind of laughing when everyone was saying, we're not going to draft a quarterback this year. We're not going to get a quarterback, and we're looking at Justin Herbert for next year. This is a legitimate possibility for us. And I know one of my friends is like, I'm quitting on this team. He's a dire Giants fan. I'm quitting on this team if we don't have Dwayne Haskins. I told him a couple weeks ago, I'm like, even before the reports, I'm like, it doesn't look like we're getting Dwayne Haskins. I think we're going to try to draft defense and maybe an offensive lineman. He's like, yeah, right. I'm like, let's get Josh Rosen. And then we're both on the Josh Rosen hype train now. And now it seems, hey, we're not even going to get a quarterback this year. And I want to talk about something else. Josh Rosen, where is he going to go? I think the sweepstakes are down to the Patriots, maybe even the Bengals now. I do not think in a million years Zach Taylor is kind of within that Cliff Kingsbury type clique, and him and Cliff Kingsbury are kind of tight together. I think Josh Rosen might like Zach Taylor, and they might have a certain thing, because that's why Cliff Kingsbury was hired. And I wouldn't even be surprised right now the Cardinals do not get rid of Josh Rosen, even if they draft Kyler Murray. I still think they might draft Kyler Murray, but they're going to want really good value for Josh Rosen, and they're going to want a team to be desperate. So they might even wait till next year. I'll have them battle it out for who gets the job, then wait till next year to get rid of Josh Rosen when a team is really desperate and needs a quarterback and they can get fair value. There's no reason why they would get rid of Josh Rosen now. They already have 12 draft picks in this draft. It's not like they only have 8 and they're going to need some talent or whatever. If they don't like what they're getting back, they might not even draft Kyler Murray, but I think they're still drafting Kyler Murray, and they might hold on to Josh Rosen and see for next year, because there's no reason for them to get rid of Josh Rosen. Back to Dave Gettleman. Is it a little bit arrogant? Oh, we have a plan. But I do like how he's sticking up with Eli. Like, people are shitting on Eli. Oh, he can't throw a deep ball anymore, blah, blah, blah. His deep ball is kind of shot, but I've always mentioned his eyes are not downfield anymore. His eyes are up close. And this offense right now is made for Eli to succeed. I've been the more I've watched Dwayne Haskins, the less I like him. It seems more and more like he's just a screen pass guy, and a lot of his yards were after the catch. I was watching some guys. I'm not saying these are my own opinions, but the more I see people talking about it, I'm like, wait a minute. It's a lot of his wide receivers making plays. He can do the simple stuff. He's accurate up close. When it comes to downfield passing, his mechanics aren't that great. They can be fixed. They have been shown to be fixed. But day one, he's not making this team a better team. And I think Dave Gettleman is looking for more short-term success rather than long-term. He's like, I don't want to have to develop this guy. I think we as a Giants organization should focus on what will make us successful now. And I don't think he believes in the Kansas City model as much as he says. He said a lot of things out loud, like you don't give up on talent, you don't do this, you don't do that. I don't think he believes in the Kansas City model, but I've shit on that idea before, but I don't think he says what he means a lot of the time, because if he really believed in that idea where you rest the quarterback, he would have picked a quarterback this year. He would be rumored to take a quarterback this year. Now, I can be wrong. He can be just smoke and mirrors. But if the Giants were to take a quarterback this year, I'd say Daniel Jones. He's smart. He knows where to go with the football. His mechanics are pretty good. And he is from a non-successful, stereotypically a football school. So there's connections in the family. If anything, I try to take Daniel Jones with a third-round pick. I've seen some mock drafts where they pick him 17th overall. No, I'm not doing that. But if he's there in the third round, I don't see why not pick him up. And I'm kind of sick and tired, to be honest, about the Giants picking quarterbacks in the third and fourth round. Just find your guy and move on. I think the Lauletta pick was kind of a waste. They could have gotten a defensive player. They could have gotten a cornerback. And now Lauletta, it seems like he's not the guy. Unless they really do think he's a guy. Unless they do think Alex Tanney is the guy. For some reason, they signed for $2 million. I really don't know. The Giants are really confusing right now. Maybe that's their strategy, to be really confused and to make people start guessing what their plan is, and then that kind of throws people off. I don't know. Honestly, if I were them, pick a defensive player, pick an offensive lineman, whichever one is the best value pick at the time. Like, if Jawan Taylor is there at 6, you pick him, or Devin White's there, you pick him. Go Jonah Williams if he's still there at 17, and if he's not, maybe get Ja'Kai Polite. Maybe make the Giants into the Florida Gators for some reason. Anyway, that's just my opinion. I'm just very confused, and all the Giants fans are confused. We don't know what to think. So, yeah. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think the Giants are going to do. Let me know what you guys think of Ben Roethlisberger. What you think of March Madness this year. Who do you got? And I'll see you in my next video. Bye, guys.